you said
Excellent.
Well, I'm glad you didn't have it on yet. That's good, actually.
that. Okay, yeah, all of that is not on there.
Right. Okay, good.
There was a reason for that.
Yeah. Hmm.
So, questions?
If you could lead us in a flow that, before we work on, whenever we get to it, before we work on it, that would be helpful to me because I haven't even flowed.
Okay.
I haven't been able to do anything.
When we get to
like you said, down under the footwork and the wheat distribution, or fuzzy.
you mean,
And after that, to cloud dance.
Yeah. I figured we would spend today on that area anyway, so indeed. So let's just start with doing our standing, and we won't dwell on that today. We'll just do it. Get us in the mood, as it were. So stepping out into your alignments, and just taking a moment to let yourself land and breathe. Aware of all the elements of longevity breath, and just doing what you can and letting go of the rest. Feeling the breath and the energy sinking through your body. And feeling that outward twisting, weight subtly towards the heel, assisting that dropping. And then extending your mind through your body. Feeling the flows inside. As you go into the 8 gates and pulsing the energy through your body. Looking up, Xiang thunder, heaven, heaven. Trying to keep the movement continuous. Try not to let any pauses develop. And down to Kun, earth's. And then to con, water. And Li, fire. And sun, wind, wood. And up to John, thunder. And gun, mountain. And dewy, lake, cloud, valley. So any questions there? Okay. So let's do a flow. And as we come to wave hands, we'll just hold the arms straight out.
Okay.
Don't try to worry about the arm movement right at the moment. Got to get the body first. Begin Tai Chi. Spiraling down into the right, step left, hung, chi, liu, on, turn, arms lower a little as you step, hung, chi, liu, on, step, shift, turn on the right heel, expand out, reset, single whip, shift on to the left, rotate and touch and step back and pull down, release, embrace, shift on to the left, rotate in, out, and then to the left as shoulder, rotating right to white goose, follow, focus, step around, shift back and turn, arms separating. As you rotate on to the right and up, you come through the middle and divide out. And then rotate right, coming back to your base level, bring the right leg, left leg in, step out, rotate and shift onto the left, turn on the left heel, turn on the right toe, drop the heel, keep rotating right, and then back, turning the toe in. Rotate onto it, step left, rotate and shift. Rotate and shift back, turn on the heel, keep turning, toe, heel, rotate at the right. Turn in, step out, rotate and shift, turn, toe, heel, turn out, and nothing to it. So, questions?
My feet seem to be together too much, and I'm not sure where that happens. And stepping around, and then that's where the problem begins with me, I think.
Yeah.
You know, really.
So, absolutely. So you're here in follow and focus. And so you have to make sure you rotate and step back and out a little, so that when you turn this foot, you have plenty of room.
Yeah.
And then as you rotate onto it and go up, this can float to wherever it needs to go.
Okay, I had been trying to keep it planted.
If you can, that's fine. However, most of the time
Right.
we have to make an adjustment
Yeah.
there. The problem, of course, comes if at this point you do this
Yeah,
and you turn, and now
yeah,
we're stuck. Why don't you try that?
okay.
So, what do you think happened?
I didn't get this far enough around.
It needs to be further in that direction.
Yeah.
So, if you notice, my step here is like this, and my toe is really behind my right heel.
Mhm.
So I've gone this way with it, which is pretty much where it needs to be.
Okay. And what I'm, I still, once again, did not adjust, so that
Yeah,
pigeon toed where they got there, so.
but if you understand,
Yeah, I do, I mean, that adjustment, I just have to remember to do it.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay. So try that, let me check in with Jeff here.
Well, I haven't done anything with wave hands.
Okay.
I'm wondering if you could do it so that I could see you facing the camera. So that I could see more clearly what's going on with the feet.
Sure.
You know, if you do it further back enough for me to see your feet.
Yep.
Because I could mostly see them, but you know, it was definitely not sinking in yet.
Understandable. The feet are tricky in this. No question. Think where I am when I turn around. So one of the things as you work on this, one reason why it's really good to just work with your hands holding a ball in front of your dantian is that's where you want your hands always to be. Despite the fact that they're going to be circling around eventually, they stay right in front of the center of your body. So this can help you kind of do that. So the first thing is, at this point, when we complete down and under, we're up, we've risen. So as we come down from that, we're rotating right and sitting down back to our base level on the right foot. And that draws the left in. Good, David. In. And then as you begin to turn left, as you change direction, you step out with the left. And you want to step straight out really from your right heel, because you're not trying to make a bow stance. You want to keep this pretty much in a straight line. And then as you rotate and shift onto the right, you're making a circle of the dantian to the back, out, and at this point you're at your dynamic limit. And then you're continuing that circle and coming back onto the right. And as soon as you can, you're going to pick up that left toe and turn it so it faces forward. And then immediately you begin to rotate and shift onto the left, picking up the right heel. So you turn on the right toe. And when that foot is straight to the front, you drop the heel and then you pivot first out and then back in. That whole circle is on the right heel. And that right foot turns in slightly because you're going to step straight out to the side over here again. So, and then as you come back onto the right foot, again, you circle step out with the left, rotate and shift, pick up the left toe, turn it straight. Turn on the right toe, drop the heel, keep turning back, forward, turn the toe in. Come back onto the right, step out with the left, rotate and shift, heel, toe, heel, keep rotating without shifting to the right and in. It is tricky. It is tricky. And if you notice, my body is continuously rotating. It doesn't stop anywhere, ideally. I will not claim to be perfect. Question there, Jeff?
I'm not sure yet. I've got to try it some more. And
Yeah.
when you go back and forth, you're rotating. You're not rotating and shifting forward or back, right? You're just kind of going.
You only shift to the left.
Okay.
You don't shift to the right. Well, except of course, when you're on the left side and you're coming back onto the right foot, you're shifting right. So there is a rotate and shift in that left hand circle, not the right hand circle.
Okay.
You want to follow me once?
Yeah.
Do you have other questions before we do?
No, it's just it's got to sink in better. It's not sinking in fully yet.
Well, yeah,
Oops.
this is a difficult movement, and everybody does seem to struggle a little bit with it at first.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do it back to you so that you can follow me.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes, thank you.
So we're in down and under. So you rotate right, come back onto your right foot, and we're already weighted there, but you're bringing the left in. And then as you turn left, you step out, keep turning and shifting the weight onto your bow stance, coming back, turn to face forward, turn on the right toe, right heel, and rotate to the right without shifting out. Turn the right toe in. Rotate back onto it and step with the left. Rotate and shift out and back. Turn the left toe, right heel, circle out. Turn the right toe in. Come back onto it. Step, rotate and shift. Rotate and shift back. Turn the left foot straight, right on the toe, drop the heel, no shift, just rotate. Turn the right toe in. Come back onto it. Step with the left, rotate and shift, out and back. Turn the left foot straight, rotate onto it on the right toe, right heel, and circle to the right, no shift. Turn in and step, left circle, back onto the right, toe heel, right circle. Blah, blah, blah. Yep, man.
Yeah, I was missing, coming back,
Yeah,
I was just keeping on going.
I gotta get onto that right foot in order to step the left.
Yeah, yeah.
Questions, Jeff?
As you go rotating back from side to side, your body is staying at one level. There's not any
Yes.
rising or sinking.
That's correct.
Okay. I got it a little bit more that time. So I guess I just need to do it some more.
Okay,
Can you excuse me for 1 second, David?
sure.
Kate is on the plane to Australia right now. She just messaged me about Jesse. I'll be just 1 minute. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, this is where I just.
Yeah, so
Yeah, back to the.
so you're here. And
Yeah.
so as you come around, you're already on the left foot.
Yes,
You got to get onto the right
Right.
in order to step. So that has to be a little circle.
Yeah.
And step.
Yeah.
And out. And then this one does continue. You turn the left toe in, turn on the right toe, drop the heel, and then goes the other direction. And then you got to come onto the right in order to step.
okay, yeah, well. It's the thing. No wonder I was falling over.
Oh, no.
No, I didn't fall over literally, but yeah,
Well, good.
I got to that point, and that's what I said to begin with, that something was wrong with the footwork and the weight distribution, so I just didn't come back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well. Let's just flow again. That's the best thing to do. Sink into the right, spiraling down. Okay, step left, rotate and shift to palm, rotate and shift G. You. G. You. Rotate on the right heel. Rotate onto the right. Reset the left. Single breath. Touch forward. Step back. Pull down. Release and embrace. Shift onto the left. Rotate in. Step to the corner. Shoulder. White goose spreads its wings. Follow. Focus. Step around, separating as you rotate and shift on the right heel. And then up. Turn right. Coming back down. Step left and circle out. Right toe, drop the heel, keep circling. Turn in, that's one. Step. Out. In. Over heel. In. Over heel. You only do three,
Yeah.
although you can do as many as you want practicing, yes. We get that, yeah. No. Okay, questions?
No, I did some work with, you know, the cloud hands and,
So,
this business and not. And staying back here,
yeah,
uh,
so, started at following focus to the corner and just do, those two postures. I'm sure you can.
this, my feet are still.
Yep.
Like I'm-
So you're not stepping enough to the side.
Oh, you mean to step out?
When you step around,
Yes.
so, but start facing the corner. You've got your foot here. You wanna be fully on a 45-degree angle on this foot.
Okay.
Here. And then when you step back, you don't wanna do this, which is what you're doing. Maybe getting back here.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So what you wanna do is make that step go out here. So you have room. Okay. And you're in the right position. It won't be a hard time. Yeah. Indeed. So you're stepping too much that way.
Okay.
You're getting good distance this way now.
Okay.
But you're tending to go too far that way. Remember what I said? Yeah, there you go.
Okay. Well, that's
Much better.
take a little practice for that.
Yeah.
So I can do it.
And you
And
can
then I
pivot on the toe because you want to leave the toe on the ground. Yeah, that's a heel off the ground position on the left foot. So one thing, make sure your toe should not come forward of the line of the right or left heel when you're in this position. So you don't want to be here.
Okay, yeah, right.
It's much more unstable. If you're back here, you have a lot more stability. Okay. And you want to really root into that right leg so that when you turn, you step and put it back, and it's really going behind the other heel. So there you are. Okay. And you can adjust that left foot though. You're not. Maybe like that.
He's back.
Oh, he is?
I think so. Yeah.
I'm back.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah, I'm trying to do this, but I'm not getting started properly. Am I in the
Can you-
right? This is good?
Jeff, if you step back, I can see your feet. Aha.
Okay. All right. So the first thing is step out.
Yes, you're putting your left toe out to the other side, but behind the right heel.
Oh, okay. That I was not doing.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going from here and I'm stepping out behind the right heel. Okay.
Yeah.
And then as I rotate around, do I do a twist step initially?
You turn the right foot,
Okay.
and then as you go up onto the right foot, you let the left foot turn on the toe and adjust its position.
Okay.
Your weight's a little strange there.
Okay.
So you're weighted on your right foot at follow and focus.
Yeah.
And then you're going to, excuse me, rotate and touch the right toe, ideally empty, the left toe, beg your pardon, behind the right heel. And then as you rotate and shift onto the left foot, you turn on the right heel.
Okay.
And you position that for the next posture, for down and under. And then you rotate back, you keep that circle going, come back onto the right foot and turn, and you can let the foot rotate on the left toe and then adjust as you come to 100% on the right foot and go up.
Okay.
So you end up with the right foot. It's not in a bow stance.
Right.
I mean, here I am in a bow stance. That's not where we are. It's in that cat stance. So
Okay.
the right toe is actually turned in slightly from what you would use for a bow stance.
Yeah.
And the left foot is straight out as if the two heels had been next to each other and the left foot just extended straight ahead.
Okay.
So you're in a narrower stance, but it's balanced on that right foot.
All right. And can you show me the hands on that also?
Sure.
Starting from follow and focus.
Yep. Yeah. I think where I am. I'm going to face the camera so you can see me.
Okay.
So one thing I was just saying to Bill, important to remember too, is that when you do follow and focus, that the rear toe should not come forward of the supporting leg heel.
Okay.
So your feet are not overlapping each other, which is
Right.
somewhat unstable.
Okay.
The back empty foot and the bubbling well, the forward part of the foot is flat on the floor. One of the things I see people sometimes doing is just touching their toe. That's
Right.
not what you want. You want the bubbling well to make the contact there.
Okay.
So we're in follow and focus, and you're going to rotate and step that left foot back And notice that as soon as you start to rotate, the arms begin to separate. And as you rotate and shift on that right heel, they're separating. And then as you rotate back onto the right foot, they come up, pass each other in the center, and separate into down and under.
Okay.
So the arms in this are continuously moving. One of the problems usually when we first start working on this is they get stuck somewhere along the way as we worry about the feet. And I understand that, but you want to turn, rotate and shift left, rotate and shift onto the right, and complete.
Okay.
So the rotation is continuous, first in one direction and then the other. You rise into the final position. So this movement is up and out. Make sure you drop your elbow. Question?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Is this the proper ending position?
Let me see. It looks like it. I can't see your arms, but I see your
Yeah.
feet.
This is the
Yeah, I think your arms should be a little more forward of the body.
okay. It's kind of above the forehead, the right hand.
Yeah, it's just above forehead level. About. Don't get too high.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's like well, when we went into White Goose, and that right hand goes up,
Right.
it comes up and out, and in White Goose, you're just going to where you look through this notch.
Okay.
Here, you go just a little bit higher.
Okay.
It's not.
And the left hand, does it sweep past the thigh or in front of the thigh?
Yeah, it's just left of the thigh
Okay.
at about groin level.
Okay. All right.
That looked pretty good, Jeff.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm okay up to that point.
Okay. Yeah, there is something more, isn't there?
That's just the warm up. Excuse me.
You want to see the front of wave hands or just follow behind? Jeff?
No.
No.
Sorry, I was coughing.
Okay.
Do I want to see the front? Yes, that would be great. Thanks.
Okay. So I've gone. Oh, I don't want to. Okay, so we've gone here. Yeah, I'm tending to get too big with this. So rotate, sinking into that right leg. and step, rotate and step, and keep rotating as you shift forward. And then come back onto the right, turn the left foot straight, turn on the right toe, right heel, keep turning out. You're not shifting out, you're just rotating. And then come back onto the right, step left, rotate and shift out and in, turn heel, just turning to the right. Little circle back onto the right and step and out, turn, keep turning right, and then turn left. Etc. So question there, Jeff?
No, I think once I get going from side to side, I'm okay. I think it was just the initial step from here. Could you just do that initial step one more time?
I mean, from down and under?
Yeah, from down and under, the first going into the first wave here.
So when you're in down and under, remember you're facing absolutely straight to the side,
Okay.
and you have risen slightly. And so you've gone up to that and you turn and sink into the right, bringing the hands down. And then you keep that circle going. You went this way onto the right, you step and keep circling out, back, turn, circle the other direction. Yeah.
Okay.
Did that answer that question?
Yes.
I think one of the things I'm just noticing, Bill, I'll just mention because it can be an issue, is you want to make sure you step far enough out with your left step. Because if you don't, if you make that step short, then
Yeah.
wham, my feet are together.
Right.
So the left step has to be not huge, but it has to be enough so that you don't run into that issue. So it has to be a good step. It doesn't have to be huge, but it needs to be more than just a little bit.
Okay.
How far does the weight go on to that?
To your dynamic limit.
Okay.
Do you have a question about that?
No, just checking. Yeah.
Okay. You do not want to exceed your dynamic limit because you would be just pulled right off.
Yeah.
Other questions there, Jeff?
No, not right now.
Okay. So let's flow one more time with me, and then I want to see you guys flow.
Okay.
I am trying to slow it down a little, just so you really can see what's happening, hopefully. Begin Tai Chi. Spiral down into your right. Step left. Rotate and shift. Peng. Ji. Liu. On. Turn. Onto the right foot. Turn on the left heel. Step to the corner. Rotate and shift to Peng. Ji. Shift, Liu and touch, on. Rotate and step, shift to the left, turn on the right heel. Expand out as you rotate onto the right, reset, turning left, and continue into single whip. Shift onto the left, arms separating, rotate and touch forward, step back, and rotate and shift to pull down. Release, bend in, expand out, shift onto the left, separate the arms, rotate in, step to the corner, rotate and shift to shoulder, rotate and shift to white goose, spreads its wings, follow and focus. Step around, toe behind the heel, rotate and shift. Rotate onto the right, rising arms, separate, rotate to the right, and step left. Rotate and shift. Turn on the left heel, right toe, right heel, keep turning, right toe in, rotate onto it, step, rotate out, toe heel, turn in, toe heel, and actually we do another single whip. So, question before you try a flow? Okay, I'm gonna watch Bill first, but Jeff, if you want to practice, you could,
Okay,
or you could rest if you need to.
I just need a minute to blow my nose, and I will.
Okay, we'll do that. Yeah, I looked at the sheet of water. Respiratory infection. It should work soon. Difficulty breathing. They have to sit up, so. Kind of wondering when I start sitting. Okay, couple of things. Actually, that's coming along fine. You know, you're getting there. When you, and I'm just going to the right so you can see me. When you go here, it's important to keep enough rotation so that you can rotate and shift to Peng and G.
Okay.
And that's subtle,
Still,
and
okay.
it's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
So I have nothing to tell you about that.
Yeah.
The next thing in this is that you want to come on to the right foot and not go back after you've done the U. It's not G, Liu, on.
Oh, okay. Okay.
There is no shift back, and that's tough. Because again, it's a subtle timing of getting the shift so that you're fully there, and the movement of the foot is just a movement of the leg caused by the forward motion of the body, and this is coming out of your back.
We did the same thing out in
Yeah.
Gods in 3 that I was pulling back.
Yep. Single whip. When you have reset that left foot, you're doing something sort of like that.
Okay.
And as you go into single whip, notice that as you go here, I'm bending in. And now I'm bending out. And now I'm bending in. And now from here, it goes right out. It's boom. There's one other I was gonna say. I think that's enough.
I'm sure in the future I'll give you another chance.
I know you will. So, if you like, you could practice or flow with Jeff or whatever. But let me. Okay. So Jeff, if you'd like to flow, I'll
Okay.
see as much of you as I can.
Yeah. It's hard for me to get this position properly today for some reason.
I know, it's all right. Don't worry about it. Just
At least you get most of my feet now.
yep, cool. Okay. That was actually pretty good, Jeff. I got a couple of things
Okay,
say. So let me
yeah,
let me just, oh, let me, I'm already there. Okay. Trying to do some of these things facing you so you can see what I'm talking about. So when you go into Peng and G,
yeah,
notice that I am rotating and shifting forward all the way through to G. So
Okay.
it's not, you don't hit your dynamic limit until you get to G.
okay,
And so that's a subtle, difficult movement to keep it going all the way through there.
okay,
As far as I could tell, looked like your follow and focus was pretty good. And single whip wasn't bad. Yeah. Your pull down was really very good, except one thing I would say about that. So notice that when I do pull down, I'm rotating and shifting back.
yeah,
My arms are really sinking, arcing towards the earth.
okay,
My right hand comes down to kind of in front of my right quad,
okay,
at least almost there. The
right.
left hand doesn't go across the center line of the body,
Oh, okay,
but they do move a little bit to the right. It's very,
right,
from here, they're centered on the body. Here, they've moved a little bit to the right and definitely down.
right,
So that when you release, there is an upward and inward movement. And then into the embrace, which really was fine.
okay,
In wave hands, yeah.
right hand up,
Is that right? Isn't that funny? So this part was fine.
yeah,
Notice that here you have a rotation back to turn the left foot in,
okay,
and then a little rotation onto the left so you can turn the right. So you have circle in, out, out, in. You've got an extra little circle there in order to get your weight from the right foot onto the left for going to the right side.
okay, got it.
So that ought to be enough to.
Yeah, that's good.
Do you have other questions?
No, not right now. It was definitely very, very good class.
Well, I'm feeling that probably we ought to stop. It's a little early, but I think that's
Yeah,
enough.
Yeah.
definitely.
Because I don't want to go further
Yeah.
with this until you're fairly comfortable at this.
Yeah.
Good. Okay.
Thanks.
Thank you.
David.
Thank you, Bill.
Thank you.
So. I can't do- If you need to talk at any point, Jeff, don't hesitate to call me.
I appreciate that. Thank you. It's it's surreal, you know,
Yeah,
just going from I haven't been away from Jesse literally a single day of his life. And he's almost 4.5 now. And now I actually don't know when I'm going to see him again, when I'm going to get to Australia. It's a long story and all, but he's, you know, owed time over there with her family and all that. And, you know, I understand all that, but there's a lot more to it than that as well. And, you know, plans never work out how you think they are going 2 years in advance. And
yeah,
it's just, you've seen us together, you know, he's my life.
Yep.
And so it's really hard right now, but I appreciate your concern. And, you know,
absolutely.
I'm trying to figure out what to do about a lot of things. So
Yeah.
See you next week, Jeff. Hope you
take
feel
care,
better.
Bill. Thank you. Thanks very much. So
So are you planning that eventually you'll go and stay over there for a while?
well, yeah, to some degree, probably not as much as in our initial plans. Initially, we were all going to be here for 4 years, and then we were all going to be there most of the time for the next several years while he goes to school. You know, he's starting kindergarten there in January, which is when they start, the end of January. But at the time, we also had a housemate who was here, his responsibility was, when we're not here, look after the house, look after the dogs, take care of everything.
Yeah.
And he moved out 2 months ago because he has been searching for years for a girlfriend, the right girlfriend, and he finally met her. And good for him. We were very happy for him, but the timing of his moving on, coinciding with Kate and Jesse going there, it couldn't have been worse for me, because now I don't, you know, it's almost impossible to find a new person to trust to take care of your house. And this is an older house. It's 74, so it's got its little aches and pains.
Yep.
And our 2 dogs and everything else. So, you know, I'm facing all kinds of possible options. Sell the house. I won't even go into them all, but it's just a whirlwind right now of everything that's happening. And, you know, they're going to be there for a long time. And it's not like flying up to Connecticut. It's an exhausting 24-hour trip each way and an expensive 24-hour trip each way. So,
Yeah.
you know, if it was flying to Connecticut, we would have very few problems right now. But it's not, and there's a lot of stuff going on. Kate wants to live there. You know, the bottom line is she wants to be back living in her homeland with her family in the same town, because they're all in the same town. So it's a nice little close-knit village. And, you know, I don't want to live there full time. I will live there part time if I can, but I don't even know if I can at this point. And, you know, there's just so many difficulties that arise that you don't think are going to. And that coupled with me getting sicker than I've been in years in the past. And maybe it's probably related to all the stress and everything I've been under too. Yeah, I've realized that and acknowledged it, unfortunately, especially the relapse. You know, I got through after the week, I was starting to feel a little bit better, and then I relapsed badly on Saturday. And it's, you know, I can't even.
Yeah.
It's just so tough.
I understand.
Yeah.
So, well, I'll be thinking about you, and if there's anything I can do, let me know.
All right.
I'm a long way away.
Yeah, I know. It's and there's very few people I know that know the situation. You know, I talked to one buddy of mine, and I talked to my sister a little bit about it, but So it's,
Yeah.
I'm thinking about getting some counseling. I think that would be a good thing to help me through the next couple months.
Well, probably would be a good idea. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
absolutely.
I started searching earlier this morning for someone.
Yeah.
So, all right.
All
Well,
right.
thanks
Well,
for being
hang in
patient
there.
with me. I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I'll see you soon.
Okay, buddy. Hang in there.
Take care. Thanks. Bye-bye.